You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Hey guys, what's going on? It is Saturday. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. I lose track of the days quite often. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? What are you up to? I don't really have an agenda for this stream. We're just going to talk about whatever. That's usually the way I roll anyway. We just pretty much spur the moment. Whatever pops up, and that's the way we roll. I go on some key points here that we're going to point out, like potential when the delay of the difficulty bomb is coming and stuff like that. But overall, we're just going to wing it. Let's start with our roll call. Oh, and I have this thing up here and I can't see the very first name. I think that's hold on. I think that is Fudweiser. I believe that's him up there talking away. He has the woohoo. And then we got Alavasquez Da Joguku Basca. Oh my gosh, sorry, I totally butchered that. You can yell at me. Dave Collins, Hypertech, Hugo Don. Scrolling through. Ogre MGTOW, what's going on? Automatic Beats, BDD, what's happening? Kia Enigma Adventures, Fully Electric, what's going on? How you been? What's happening? Kryptonic, Helius Gaming, and try not to pronounce too many names too many times. Quad Spawner, what's happening? I almost called you Quad Spawner for a second, but right at the last second there, I caught it. So Quad Spawner, what's happening? Okay, I think that's it just jumped on me already. That was a fast jump. Rick 4, Adavishki. I think I went through that one. Yeah, so Kevin Smith, and yeah, I got everybody. I hope. Welcome to our Saturday live stream. What's going on, everyone? Best mining show. We ready to roll. Hey, thank you very much, Sella Hatton Captain. Awesome. So let's just do some key points here. I did put up a poll, and I was actually surprised with what's going. I'm very surprised so far with these results. Now, here's just last minute. I threw the poll. I'm like, you know what? Let's just throw it out there, see what people are thinking about these days. And I honestly thought Flux was gonna be leading the gates with at least 70 to 80%, because over the past year or so, it's been pretty much promoted a lot about Flux being the next go-to, the proof of useful work, everything's there going on. Personally, myself, I'm not 100% bullish on Flux. I do hope they really do something great and the price pumps and it can support a bunch of miners. But I really believe Ergo more than Flux at this point. But my honest answer out of this whole poll that I put up is I truly think it is going to take everything combined once Ethereum is gone to actually, to make GPUs as profitable as possible. I really think it's going to take a few cycles. Now, if we look long term, like maybe 10 to 20 years, then potentially one of those coins may be huge and be able to support a vast majority of miners. But I do think that's going to take a few cycles to do so. All the coins are either currently too young, they just don't have going for them what Ethereum has going. And it's just going to take a lot of building and exposures and everything to build up these other coins. Now, I'm not saying next bull run something's not going to spike. They could all spike, or a couple could spike very well in the next bull run. But I don't think any of them in the next bull run are going to have the capacity, or even close to probably about 50% of what Ethereum currently was. Again, that's also going to come down to how many miners quit. It's going to take a lot of miners to quit to drop the difficulty, because when Ethereum went rock solid, DeFi came out, Ethereum pumped, Bitcoin, everything pumped. And, Ethereum just became so profitable that so much hardware and everything came online that it's really going to take a few cycles, I think, for the other coins to catch up in terms of profitability. So I do think it will take everything combined to make GPU mining decently profitable in the future, and hopefully some coin does take off. But again, it's going to take a few cycles for something to be even close to what Ethereum currently was once it's gone. And we don't even know. By 2025, which is when I think the next bull run probably will be, Ethereum could still be here. We have no idea what's going on, guys. We have no idea if they're still going to be messing around with POS coming and everything. We do think it's probably going to be sometime late this year, potentially early next year. But again, we have no idea what's happening in the background on any of these coins. Fully Electric, I believe combined as well. Not one of them will dominate just yet. Yeah, good call, Fully Electric. That's really how I see it playing out. There's no coin large enough to support the miners, but it also comes down to how many miners quit, because a lot of miners realistically, once Ethereum is gone, they are going to have to quit. It's not going to be profitable, but it all comes down to the power price that you're paying. Power's going up, so that'll put different people in different boats. If you're running solar is another thing that I don't know. I don't want anybody to wreck stuff, make mistakes. I know solar is a big pump thing. We talk about solar, but if you think about solar power realistically, most miners out there, like if you're living in a city or, small town or something, you might not even have the capacity to run solar. You may be limited to whatever's on your roof. And if you're like an apartment miner, so where you're running nice, quiet miners, you don't have really much access to a lot of power, and you might not even have access to the roof to run solar power. You might have to throw a couple panels off your deck or something for all we know, like, trying to mitigate a little bit. But when it comes down to it, a lot of miners probably can't even utilize solar because of the way they live, or if they're in a city or something, because it does take a lot of space to even run solar. And then another thing is, it all depends on your situation, but doing solar by yourself, and if you're not a licensed electrician, I know there's a lot of DIYs, do it yourself. Now, if you're doing it, say on like a trailer, like Chump Change is doing, that's a wicked idea. Very great idea on that part. Or, a mining shed that a lot of people like using mining sheds, or you're doing it something anywhere other than your house, then doing it yourself is probably a good idea. It saves you money. But if you're running your mining operation kind of like I am through the basement of my house and, upgrading power and everything else, I would really recommend on actually getting licensed people to do it. One, insurance purposes. Two, if something melts and explodes and it causes a house fire. And if you did it yourself, obviously you're not going to get any insurance there. You're not going to get anything there. So, the whole situation is different. So just coming out saying, do this, to save money doesn't really suit everybody. Everybody's in a different situation. So I do look at the picture in a wide open area. I don't just look at, say, solar is going to fix everyone's problems because it gets rid of your power price. It's simple to say that, simple to, make stuff on that, but really everyone's in a different situation depending where you live in the world. Let me know. Am I right on that? Am I wrong on that? Like, we really got to cater to a wide variety of audience. What we say about one thing could mean 100 different things to 100 different people depending where they are. Some may agree, some may disagree, and it's just varies. So we really have to realize and think about other people other than just your current situation type of thing as well. So anyway, nuclear will do. We're back to the nuclear. Yes, obviously if I could afford it, I would love to get a hold of someone and say, you know what, just throw up a nuclear power plant in the backyard. Why not, right? Let's just do that, because until we have a meltdown, but hopefully we don't. Solar is expensive and takes years to. Yeah, that's very true. It takes a lot of time. ATG 2001, doom and gloom again. I hope not. I really hope not. We have seen some increases in prices. Now, as you know, a few days ago or last week or something, I did drop this video here. Buckle up. The price of Bitcoin will be wild. This was pretty much my price prediction on when the bottom will hit and around what that price could be. And, obviously, I don't know if it's going to play out true enough. If you haven't seen it, check it out and let me know what you guys think about that video. But that's where I think everything will arise. And now, I know a lot of people are like, you know what? It's not going to hit that. We're already hit the bottom. I really think the bottom has not hit yet, guys. And I really think this pump we're seeing is a normal market pump. We usually see this in this time. So that's something I want to bring out and show you guys here. So we go back all the way back to 2013 again. Okay, we're going to rewind. We're going to go to 2013, guys. Let's have a look, quick peek here. Let's fast forward. We're going to do a little more crypto analysis here. Even though I'm not really an analysis guy, but you know what? I'm just like looking at history stuff and bringing this out. But look at this. So we have the high here and we have the low here, but look in between here and look at the time frame. In 2013, all-time high to the all-time low, we had this pump come in here. And look at this, May to June, June, and July, we had a pump. Boom, crash come in, pump coming in. What month are we in? We're at the end of June coming into July. And what are we just seeing right now? We're seeing a pump in crypto. Very interesting, right, guys? This is still playing out like it did in 2013. We're seeing our pump, but at the end of the year, expect that low is going to happen based on the other video. And I have the prices, everything, like I said. But the low, guys, it's still coming later on in the year. So don't think we're out of the bottom. Don't think we've hit the bottom, because I really don't think we have. So that's 2013. Let's take a look at 2017's crypto run. So we're going to fast forward up to here to 2017. So we got the all-time high hanging in. We're trying to get as close as we can here. So there's the all-time high. And now we're going to try to find the bottom again, which is in this area right there. There's a little blip to the bottom. And now let's take a look here. Here we're moving up and we're seeing, where are we at? Here we go. We're getting that increase here. Look, we're seeing this pump. And look at the month, July. July of 2018, we are seeing this pump again. Exact same time. Like, it's not going to be the exact day or anything, but give an estimated time frame. We're about 1 month away from this. It is pretty close. We are seeing this pump in 2018, and now we're coming back. Fast forward today, or actually here, and then obviously at the end of the year again, it dropped. Now look at that. We're in the current market. We're coming in, and here we are, June, July. We're seeing this pump. End of the year, guys, we're going to see that drop happen again. So not financial advice, not saying this is going to how it play out, but it's played out this way in every single bull run in the past. I know this is happening on the news. That's happening here. This is going on over there. My first and foremost thing is, who cares what the world is telling you? Who cares what mainstream media is telling you? Look at the past and we can kind of predict the future, and everything is lining up exactly the same. If you did not see that video, the all-time high to the all-time low in 2013 was about 83% drop. 2017 to 2018 all-time high to low was like an 80%. There's a 3% difference between the highs and the lows in the amount that Bitcoin lost. It was pretty much exactly the same from the high to the low within a couple months and within the low. So everything is playing out exactly the same pretty much within a couple months of every single cycle that has happened so far. So it's pretty safe to predict that potentially this is going to happen again. And then obviously next bull run's going to happen, and we're going to go through this again, and everyone's going to be saying, no, we haven't done this. It's different this time, or yada, yada, yada. It's not different this time. And honestly, there is one thing that is actually different this time, and that is potentially GPU mining. In all these previous bear runs and cycles, Ethereum was still going to be here for the next cycle. Moving in after this cycle to the potential 2025, as you know, 2013, 2017, 2021 on both these peaks, and another 4 years later is 2025. So every 4 years, we do see this cycle into that bull run, and it does get longer each time. But what's different is next time, Ethereum is not going to be part of this bull run. It could potentially be gone. There's a 90% chance it's going to be gone. There's still a 10% chance we'll still be talking about POS coming. You know, it could still be not here and there, but most likely plan for it not to be here. And things are going to be different for GPUs going into this, because the way it sits, none of the current coins have any type of price controls, price or anything. They're going to see nice gains for sure, but they're not going to be able to support the hash rate that Ethereum has been able to support. So things are definitely changing for GPUs into the next time frame. So just keep an eye on that, guys. I know everything looks good. We look at the past, we buy at cheap prices into those bear runs, but we always had Ethereum to come back to during the bull runs. And next time we might not. So this is a little eye opener. Keep that in the back of your head when you see it, you know, oh my gosh, that GPU is super cheap. Keep that in there, because, you know, the GPUs, depending on how many miners stay and how many turn back on or whatever, you know, it might not be profitable even in the next bull run. So keep an eye on that. And if it is, you might only be making 20 or 30 cents per day. You know, it could be very, very low through the next couple cycles for GPUs. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm just saying be prepared. Don't go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on something that may not even be profitable, because as hard as it is to believe, things are different this time for GPUs. So I just kind of want to throw that out there. Be very careful right now, guys. Anyway, does anyone make sense out of that? Like, does that make sense to anybody? Or is that, I'm not trying to scare anybody away or anything. Like, it's just, you know, what's happening. Like, so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, in 2017, 2018, we didn't have BTC backs like today either. Huge BTC backers like today either. No, that's very true. But the thing, it's staying exactly the same. And each run kind of gets the same. Like I said, the next run's going to get bigger. Every cycle gets bigger. There's more hedge funds. There's a whole bunch. There's 4 or 5 major players that are lining up to become huge Bitcoin ETFs and stuff in 2020, towards the end of 2024. They're running through their licenses and everything right now. And around 2024, early 2025 is when these things are supposed to start doing its thing again, when they're supposed to be live and they're supposed to be starting to trading. So that's leading to more investors, more talk, more everything, but again in 2025. So I'm predicting, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but in that video I did say about 10 to 14K would be the bottom somewhere around November to January at the end of this year, early next year is when I was predicting in that video. And if we'll find out at the end of the year if it hits that. Remember, like I've been saying these exact same numbers for probably the past 5 or 6 months, even though, you know, Bitcoin was bouncing around 40, 45K at that time. And everyone's like, this is the bottom, you know, it's not going to go. It's different this time. We're way bigger. And then all of a sudden the bottom falls out. And now look what we're still talking about it again. So I really think we should ignore everything that's going on. The cycles kind of do their same. The percentage from the all-time high to the all-time low seems to be within 3% every single time. So that does bring a bottom around, I think it was around 13 something to be, you know, 100% on the money. But I do think 10 to 14K bottom is a realistic number sometime by the end of the year. So keep that in mind and we'll see what actually happens. Bitcoin will hit new highs. So this is a good price. You can't time. Yeah, we can't time the bottom. I'm just saying expect potential for the bottom to still happen is all I'm trying to say. But again, we could have hit the bottom and we could just start going north. If that happens, great. That'd be absolutely awesome. But I'm just saying based on history, we're not there yet. ETH 2017 was its first bull run and 2018 was its first bear run. And it took off in 2021 bull run. Likewise, we now had 3 to 4 coins this barrel run. Something will take. Yeah, for sure. And I know some major traders, like I can't remember that guy's name, but he's very smart. But he talks about all the change in terms of explosions. And, you know, a lot of them are POS. He was talking about a Solana and a Cardano is actually looking like the 2013, like this bull run that just went by is looking like 2013 Bitcoin, which means in next cycle for Solana and Cardano, for example, is going to look like 2017 Bitcoin, which means, you know, that was a massive spike when people first started opening their eyes. So everything's kind of, and he's kind of, when he talks about things, he's kind of saying the exact same thing I see here is the way people adapt stuff and adopt and do things. It's always usually the same, the way people open up. And there are other coins that are looking like early 2017. There's coins that are looking like and during this run is looking like 2017 Ethereum run. So there's different ways to look at things and how people are adapting it. And there's a lot of coins that could explode, but most of those, when you're talking with the trader people or listening to them, they're mostly talking about a lot of the POS coins that are really going to explode. Obviously, as miners, all we really care about is the POW coins because that's what's going to make all of our GPUs are going to make all the money from. But, you know, there's different ways to look at each type of thing. Just get your information from all over and make your best guess assumptions is all I can really say. This is what I think is going to happen. It doesn't mean this is what's going to happen, but it makes sense to me just basing everything in the past. Like I said, ignore hedge funds, ignore everything that's going on in the world, who's buying, who's selling, who's doing what. Just look at the past, and this is how I come to the numbers that I am assuming myself. I'm not saying they're true, though. Now, let's move on to, let's see here. Ethereum block times, guys. Here is the Ethereum block times. Boom. Look where we've been sitting the past few days. We've been over 15 to 16. So what does that mean? 15 to 16 second block times. Now, 13 to 15, 13 is usually, you know, the optimal where we usually sit. 13 to 15 is normal. And once you start hitting 15 or higher, this is when you do start noticing the profits kind of drop a little bit. So what do I mean by that? Think about 15 to 13. You're finding average of about 4 blocks per minute. Now that we're cracking that 15-second block time, we're now below. We're at like 3 point some blocks per minute. So you can definitely now really start feeling, you know, the effects and the profitability and everything on the Ethereum network now that we are over 15 seconds. So 3.8 or something blocks per minute instead of 4 is definitely feeling the effects. If we go to stats, it is saying 16.4 is currently our average block time. This one, look at this. We haven't even found a block now for 47 seconds, 48, 49. Look at this block. That was a 49-second block that just happened. Whoa, wow, wow, wow. So yes, obviously that. So we have been seeing the hash rate fall off. Where is it? Right here. So look where we are on the Ethereum hash rate right now. Boom. Actually, that's not a good view. Let's try this one. Can you see this one better? Yeah, it's better. So look where we are there. 849 terahash. 849. So if we go to the year, we were sitting at a terahash here. This is kind of insane. Actually, I'd probably be better finding it on this chart for you guys. Let's go to this chart here. So look at this. Oh, this doesn't have, this is always a 1 day delay, but we're at 8 something. So slightly below here. We're about here. So think about it. 820, 840 from the 1.1. That's like 300 or 400 terahash of hash rate has fell off the network. Now on this chart, it doesn't really look like that much. And I know a lot of people now, I believe, want to go like, oh yeah, the hash rate's falling off. I'm going to start solo mining. I wouldn't do that because the block time, we're finding less than 4 blocks per minute. You're going to need this hash rate in order to, be decent, to probably drop to like 600 or 700 terahash to kind of equal out that 15 to 16 second block times here. So solo mining right now is not a good idea. But if we actually rewind this and look back in time, like look at this back over here. So we lost like what? So 8 something to 1, 8. So we lost about 300 terahash. So back in, so we're about here. Saturday, January 2nd of 2021, the entire blockchain was held up, was being supported by only around 300 terahash. So all this hash rate has already fell off the Ethereum network. So what used to fully support Ethereum in the past bull run has dropped off already right now. That's insane. And looking at it, it's really not that much hash rate. We're still way up there in terms of hash rate compared to, how much actually fell off. So, that's just one sign to say how much hardware is hanging out on Ethereum. Now, a lot of people have been messaging me and stuff and seeing what's going on. Like I'm talking some people like 50 gigahash farms, 40 gigahash farms, like a lot of hardware there. They've been messaging me and they've been saying, I can't find this chart. So we're seeing this drop off and a few people are like, all right, so I'm going to start mining Ethereum or something. So what they're doing, because they're noticing their profits drop, they moved over to Ergo and some other coins. They're still mining, but once the bomb does get delayed sometime next week, they said they're just going to be bringing their hash rate off. So next week, 2 weeks from now, expect this hash rate to start climbing again, unless we have another price crash. But the price has been doing decently the past couple of days. So, sometime next week, we can expect this hash rate to start picking up again because those people will be coming back. They confirmed they're coming back because they told me. So keep that in mind. But let's just see, when is the delay actually going to happen? So if we looked at the Ethereum DAG size calculator, I believe it's at block height 15 million. And then we just got to get rid of this, put in 3 zeros here. So July 1st. So here's the block height of when the next hard fork is actually going to come in. So, usually we're thinking July 29th, whatever. It could still be July 29th, depending on how many blocks are found, but the blocks are slowing down. So this may even be extended longer, especially with hash rate coming offline. As more hash rate comes offline, less blocks are going to be found with the difficulty bomb going up. And this may be extended to July 2nd, 3rd, or whatever. So we're not going to hit this block time until currently, the way it sits right now, July 1st. So July 1st is when at about 9:53 a.m. my time, we will see the delay and be back down to those 13-second block times. So the first of the month, what is today? Today's the 25th. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in 6 more days, we are going to see the delay of the difficulty bomb. We will be back down to 13 seconds. And then I expect our hash rate will start climbing across the Ethereum network once again. So there we go. That's when we'll start seeing that happen. ETC is ETC hash, not ETH hash. Yes, that is very true. Wealth Talks. Who are you? Are you referring to someone? Does someone ask you something about that? But yeah, for those of you that are out there, Thanos hard fork happened on ETC, Ethereum Classic can't remember how long ago, 6 months ago now, maybe longer, maybe shorter. I don't remember the time date, but in that hard fork, they did swap their algorithm around a little bit to try to remove some ASICs, and it is now no longer on the ETH hash algorithm. It's the ETC hash algorithm. It is slightly different. So, so whoever was wondering that, whoever was pointing that out to, ETC is on a different algorithm other than ETH hash now. It's pretty close to the same, but it is slightly different. Desert Hound says, at RabidMining, what do you think about Ergo? I think Ergo's great. They do got some tweaks they really got to work out here. Like their difficulty for sure is probably their biggest issue, I think, at this point in time. Let's just have a look at this. Ergo difficulty, not the hash rate. We want the difficulty. So if we go to their difficulty chart, look how this kind of works. So it takes a couple days just to, hold on guys, I think I sneezed for a second. Oh, sorry about that. I just had a crazy fit out of nowhere. Anyway, so back to this. Look at the difficulty, how it adjusts. So obviously a whole bunch of miners come in. Now Ethereum adjusts fairly fast to the difficulty that's coming in and stuff. Most chains do, but Ergo, it used to be like solo mining only when it was first on. I can't remember the name of the first algorithm and everything, but then they swapped it over from solo mining to what they were Alcala, whatever it's called right now. And they didn't change how the difficulty adjusted. So it's kind of broken in my opinion. So like right now we can see June 13th to June 14th. So one full day, 24 hours to finally adjust its difficulty. And then it just happens. Boom. Then it just happens. So what does this mean in terms of hash rate and stuff? So say, you know, a bunch of people mine Ergo on the 13th here. They point their rigs on it. So instead of, you know, within an hour, 20 minutes or something, Ethereum would already have its difficulty kind of adjusted. This is going to take a full 24 hours. So now there's a whole bunch of blocks being found very fast at this point in time because the difficulty isn't adjusting. And then all of a sudden it adjusts. We'll probably be better off looking at this one here. Then finally it adjusts and then it spikes. Now all of a sudden, okay, it's not that profitable. A whole bunch of miners pull off, but the difficulty remains high for another day or so. And now there's less hash rate, but now there's very slow blocks being found at that point in time. So now you're noticing there's hardly any rewards. At that point, people who are checking on their rigs all the time, some people just set it and they don't check on their rigs maybe once a month or something. They don't realize this. But people that check it every day and stuff, they're like, wow, my profits are horribly down. The hash rate's down. What's going on? But we're still hanging out at this difficulty instead of this difficulty. So they're hardly finding any blocks. It's a lot harder to find them blocks. So then now it's super profitable. And by the time a whole bunch of miners pull off and adjusts again, and then finally it does its dip, and then, you know, it starts even out. So it's very slow to react to the hash rate coming in and out. So if you realize this and you can time this thing right, you can make Ergo currently right now very profitable by following these charts. Like right now, you can see it just hit a massive dip. So you could probably get in there, make a few blocks, and then within 24 hours, get out of there. And, you know, before that hash rate picks right back up again, or the difficulty adjusts right back up again. So there's little tricks and stuff you can do, but this is really, I think, bad for Ergo at this state because it's really hard to understand what's going on. And I know a lot of people trying the neta mining and everything. This is playing an effect because you're mining Ergo in the process. And with that difficulty taking so long to adjust, it's hurting. But long term, if they fix this, I really think Ergo has huge potential. Now we know 2021, 2020, 2021, DeFi and Uniswap and everything. That's when everything started flocking into, and dApps and everything started flocking into Ethereum. And that's when the gas fees started going up. Miners were seeing huge potential and profitability in Ethereum over previous years, and that's when, you know, it really started getting profitable. Now Ergo is kind of doing the same type of thing. We now have the Ergo DEX and we have all sorts of other things. It's pretty much like the Uniswap here. We got NFTs and everything coming. So Ergo is kind of turning into an Ethereum, but on top of that, they're a more efficient algorithm. Now the downside of Ergo is if you have AMD GPUs, you know, they're not that efficient when it comes to that. It's really an NVIDIA dominated algorithm as well. So that could also play the other. But for the future, though, I think I am fairly bullish on Ergo, just what they're doing. It's starting to look like a really early Ethereum before it did explode. They did recently swap their rewards around. If you're unfamiliar with EIP, is it 51 or 57? Do I have it? Or 27. So EIP 27 right here, Ergo's remissions vote. Now, every miner had a say in this. If you knew about it, I didn't really know about it, but I could have voted as well if I wanted to, but I didn't. But it went through anyway with 90%. But you as a miner, whether you have one card that does 10 mega hash or you got, 100 terahash farm, it doesn't matter. You still have a say in what happens on the Ergo network. You can go in and vote on this. Now, I will find out how you guys can vote for future EIPs and stuff if you guys would like. I would like to know myself anyway, so I'm going to go find out. But you guys can have a voice on the Ergo network. It's pretty much community ran. But they did recently drop the reward. So a lot of you guys see this as a bad thing that'll happen. Now, originally, I really think this is a good thing, even though anything that has to do with reduction in block rewards, we all think that's bad. Every coin does it. Ethereum used to have way higher block rewards. They're down to 2 now. They went through a few halvings. ETC goes through a 5th innings, and it's going to be dropping. Raven coin just had a halving. Most of these coins all do an emission schedule like this. And Ergo actually increased its schedule instead of decreased. Originally, it was founded in 2019. It would have been fully all gone, fully minted by 2027 on its 8-year fast track scale. Now they actually increase it an additional 14 years. Now, because instead of dropping it a huge amount each halving cycle, it's being dropped a lot less. Now, we just went through it. It dropped 3 Ergo. Now it's going to drop 3 Ergo now. Every 3 months, the block reward on Ergo is going to be dropping until it gets down to only a 3 Ergo block reward. And once it hits 3 Ergo, it will remain at 3 Ergo until it does fully mint out all the coins. So it's still going to have halvings every 3 months here, or not even halvings, like 1/10 innings or whatever that is of the coin. But it's going to be dropping its block rewards, but it made it so much longer than what its initial schedule was. So realistically, like, we'd almost have all the Ergo minted. 3/4 of it's going to be minted by the time the next bull run even came around. Now we can at least be minting coins through the next potentially 3 or 4 bull cycles. So that's a good thing, I think. Anyway, let's roll through the chat here. What do we got going on? Oh, it just jumped on me. Flux has everything Ergo has and more. Possibly, but I don't know. I'm still up in the air about Flux. Like, they're trying to do so many things. I feel there's more potential to break something. But again, I don't know. I hope Flux does absolutely amazing. I really do hope it does. But currently, the way it sits right now, I really think Ergo has a huge potential moving forward. But again, I'm not saying I don't want Flux to. I totally want Flux to explode 100%. We all want something to coin or to explode, or various things to explode, but we just don't know what it could be at this time. When comes the Rabid coin? I don't know. I'm still debating on how to do that. Now, I got a couple options on the old Rabid coin thing. One is fork something and then, make it make it mineable and everything, which is probably what it sounds like you guys want to do. Or I could create the asset token on a chain on something like Raptorium. Raptorium does have asset creation coming in very, very soon. And I was actually talking to him. I was like, I want to fork a Rabid coin and make a Rabid coin. And he's like, well, you could also just end up making the coin on the Raptorium chain because asset creation is almost here. Well, it's not almost here, but they're working on it, right? But so it's coming. So that's another option. You can make the token, but then the only way to get it and stuff would be through swapping stuff. And, that's kind of a pain. And honestly, I just want like a community token where I can be like, hey, 5 Rabid coin for you, 2 Rabid coin for you, 10 Rabid coin for you. A nice community, type of token that we can just have fun with. But Roblox Rabid coin, yeah. Oh, you know what? That's a possibility as well. But I don't know. I think the gaming industry, I think it does have huge potential for like crypto implementations. The way it's sitting right now, I don't think it's doing very good. Well, there are some games actually. I was actually looking up crypto games, and there's some that like they're full-fledged implemented crypto. It's insane. And there's some that, are trying to get into the gaming world. Like, I don't even know what they are. What Avian, for example, they're trying to get in the gaming world, but it's like a single map mod on Minecraft. Like, that's not that great. Nexia is trying to get into it through various games, but it's still kind of the same thing where it's, you know, it's just a mod. You go to a level, you do whatever you got to do to kind of earn that. But I don't know. I don't think those are the ways crypto should be implemented. It's nice to kind of talk about it and do some, but in order to, I really think these games, Raptorium actually, you know, is probably one of the biggest potentials when it comes to implementing crypto into a game. Like, the whole game is literally going to be, you know, focused around Raptorium and NFTs on the Raptorium chain. And it's, you know, looks like it's going to be a nice, you know, 7-8 year development process, which is good. Hopefully they take their time. Hopefully everything goes with it flawlessly and things come out amazingly, because honestly, if it flops, then it flops. But hopefully they take their time and do it right. If it turns out to be great and everything is going around the whole chain, that would be absolutely insane. I think that would be huge potential for Raptorium, and that'd be huge potential for the gaming world as a whole. So I think in terms of implementing something to a game, Raptorium has leaps and bounds over what's going on with these other ones. Obviously, we have Ethereum. Have you guys heard about that decentralization game or whatever the heck it's called? That one's insane. That's full out Ethereum implemented. If you're unfamiliar with that, that's the one where people have been buying land and stuff and selling like skyscrapers for millions of dollars worth of ETH. That's insane. So I think that's kind of the same way. And except it's going to be an MMO. It's not like, I guess, SimCity, which decentralized is based on ERC20, Matic, and Ethereum network. But I don't know. I see huge implementation here in terms of gaming. I'm going to do a video here, or maybe we'll look at it tomorrow's live stream and go through a bunch of these different games, because I think crypto and gaming does have a huge, they can play a good role together. One, there's tons. Gaming is a huge industry. And if crypto can get their foot into there, you know, I think that's good, and that's good exposure for crypto in general. But I think the way it's being implemented currently isn't really, it's a nice start, but I don't think it's really anything that's going to go anywhere. But we don't know yet. Rust for the win. I played Rust maybe 1 or 2 times. I couldn't really get into that. It's old too. It's like, what, 2000s? But I don't know. We need something new. We need something new and groundbreaking type of gaming here, not something living off Minecraft or something. I don't know. I could probably give it another shot though. We'll see what happens. I'll try Rust again, see how that plays out. I couldn't really get into that game personally myself, but again, it's also game preference. So, you know, what this person might like in terms of gaming. Like, a lot of people, like millions of users, use Minecraft. But personally myself, I hate Minecraft. I like Roblox. And, you know, there's people that play Minecraft and love it and hate Roblox. And there's people that play Roblox and hate Minecraft. And there's people that play, you know, this MMO and hate the other MMO. So it's a strategy, you know, determining personal preference of what people like. A lot of people love Rust. Like 100% power to you. But personally myself, I'm just not one of them. I won't pay 30 euro for a game. 30 euros. That's like 30 euros is like 60 bucks here or something, I think. Oh, hold on, guys. There's something going on. Oh, keep having these massive sneezing fits. I don't know if crazy stuff going on in the air and neighbors are spraying poison at me or something. I don't know. Something going on. Anyway, do we have any questions? What are we talking about? Speaking of gaming, what do you think of Noxia? Yeah, I don't really know, though. I haven't looked up Noxia. I know Chump's been playing Rust a lot, and he had that interview with them the other day. I missed it, but I don't know nothing about the token, so I can't say what it really is or anything. I can't comment on it at all. But I guess if you like playing Rust, try it out, guys. Give it a shot. See how you like it. Fully Electric likes Rust by the sounds of things, so give it a shot. So hopefully that answers your question. I don't know much about that coin at all, and I don't play Rust, so I can't comment on that realistically. Very true. I see some of the games my kids play, but some games are just crazy. I just can't get into. Rust team, let's go. Rust team. You guys want to? Oh man, I don't know. I'll try it again if I can get into it. You know, maybe we can start some type of Rust thing, but I don't know if I'll get into it. Like I said, but I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. I still got, oh, that's another thing. My gaming channel. I wanted to go live like 2 or 3 times this week, and I just never had time. So if you guys are not subscribed to my gaming channel, link is in the description. Check it out, Rabid Gaming. And, you know, I play Ark Survival Evolved and stuff. There's an Ark 2 coming out sometime this year, and that's going to be a game changer. That game looks absolutely amazing, and it's going to be sweet when it comes out, but it's not out yet. When you play, thanks. What? I play HiveOS. You play awesome. Ethereum is going to 20K. It probably will. Ethereum could definitely probably hit 20K. Like, I know as a miner, and I know a lot of miners saying Ethereum has no value after Ethereum this, but if you really think about Ethereum, it's got a massive user base with all these dApps. Even though it's going to POS and miners hate it, like, we're not going to be talking about it. The main perspective of Ethereum dropping after it goes to POS is, you know, obviously if they get hacked or some big mistake happens, then obviously that's going to be a bad thing for them, and they could turn into the next Luna. But if it all goes successfully, you know, PC Magazine and Gamer blogs, they're not going to be talking about GPUs sold out because of Ethereum, so that publicity will be gone. Obviously, on the mining channels, we're not going to be saying, oh, this is my hash rate for Ethereum, I'm doing this with Ethereum, Ethereum is making me this. So that publicity, all that stuff is going to be gone. So out of all these eyeballs, they're going to lose a lot of publicity, yes. But at the same time, there's a lot of users using the Ethereum network, guys. It's massive. It's huge. So it doesn't, just because it's still probably going to do good things in the future in terms of price spikes and stuff. But again, we have no idea. One more thing I want to point out. I did hear, I didn't like confirm anything, but someone did say that the latest shadow merge fork on the testnet failed. So I don't know what that really means realistically. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. So hear me out before we start jumping to conclusions about delays and everything. So this is how I gather the shadow forks. The shadow fork is the proof of work side and the proof of stake side running side by side. And at any time, they can flip the switch, right? And POS can start validating, proof of work can start validating. It can go back and forth and stuff. So, you know, that failed. And, you know, I think that used to be how I thought they were originally going to implement the merge, is by, you know, having them running side by side. And then they could just, you know, let the difficulty bomb go off for the GPU slide and slowly let the death of GPUs happen as the difficulty bomb increases. And next thing you know, you can't mine a block because the difficulty is just so high. And so we had this latest shadow merge potentially fail. But on Roopstein, remember, Roopstein, it's not Robstein anymore, but on Roopstein now, the testnet where they implemented the merge through going to that total difficulty value, that went through just fine. So they can drop the total difficulty to the peak, kill off the GPUs immediately, and have POS run. That seems to work good. It worked just fine in Roopstein, and they still have 2 more test nets to test out on to make sure it works. But this is where I'm kind of confused right now, and I'm not sure what's going on. So one of 2 things could happen because of that latest failure. One, obviously they could extend it. They need more time to work on it. But 2, they don't need the shadow merge or the merge to even happen, like the shadow merge to go through there, because it looks like that just dropping the total TDD, total difficulty on the network, and then slapping on POS seems to be working on what they're doing right now. So the only reason why they would probably want a shadow merge mechanism would be for this. So again, the shadow merge, both chains side by side. So say they move to POS, but they have major issues on mainnet. So now without the shadow merge capabilities, they won't be able to really revert back to POW to fix things while they may need to do immediate maintenance. So that's where I'm wondering if they want the shadow merge to actually be, you know, be able to run as well on top of this instead of doing the straight merge to the TDD. So if they can get that working, like I said, move the POS. So if they drop the total TDD value and they do this on mainnet for the actual merge after all the test nets go through okay, and then boom, we're at POS, everything's fine. GPUs immediately, they're done at that point because they hit the total difficulty by manually putting it in. Now they're going on POS. So if transactions are not working or something, they won't really be able to go back to POS because their shadow merge side was kind of breaking. So that's where I see one chain there scenario kind of being really bad. But if they do want to implement, so they do have the backup plan of going back to proof of work, they probably need those shadow merge mechanism to work. Again, I don't know. I might have lost some of you there. I might be confusing you. I might be confusing myself at the same time. Does that kind of make sense to some of you? So just to sum it all up, the shadow merge failed recently in the past week or so, a couple days. I don't know when they did it. I haven't been keeping track on it. But the actual merge from doing the total difficulty seems to work since Robstein. So it does work and they're doing more tests. So again, I don't know if they want to work on both. I think it would be in their best interest. Obviously, it's probably going to extend time frame. As miners, we want it to be extended as long as possible. But as an Ethereum standpoint and devs, you probably want it in your best interest to be able to back up and go back to PO work, proof of work, if you absolutely have to. And that's where the shadow merge mechanism does kind of come into play here. So is that kind of work with you guys here? Fully electric, that is correct. They do need to go back and forth, and it has to work before mainnet. There we go. So fully electric agrees with that. I may be bad at, remember, we're live here. I don't have time to edit and make things straightforward to you guys. So I'm kind of just rumbling on based on what's all in my head. But hopefully that's kind of all the latest info I know on what's going on with Ethereum at this present time. Is shadow merge failed, and the TDT merge where they can drop. So if they wanted to, it sounds like they can go straight to the merge if they wanted to. Tests seem to be going okay, but the shadow merge seems to be failing. And if they have to swap back to POW, they can't at this point because that mechanism seems to not be working. So that's all I know so far. Yeah, exactly. The shadow merge is a fault safe. It's a backup plan. It's a, and you think you're doing something as big as what they're doing, they probably want a plan B and probably a plan C and a plan D in case something happens. But who knows? Who knows what's going on? Yeah, definitely. The shadow merge, I guess, would be 100% their fail-safe mechanism to fix anything they have to fix in present danger. Okay, what do we got here in the live chat? What do you guys talk about? We put out the light, then there is no shadow. That's very true. If we put out the light, put on the light. Everyone get a bunch of, beaming lights there and point it right at them, get rid of all the shadows, and then they can't really do it. Super deal on Rust at Steam store. Oh, you got to pay for Rust? Okay, never mind. Cancel that. I'm not, I didn't know you still have to pay for Rust. That game's old. I thought it would be free by now. I'm not, okay, sorry, fully electric. I'm not buying Rust. My bad. I thought it was free. So I guess I can't play Rust because I don't want to pay for it. Crazy. Shadow merge. Okay. Proof of work is the only battle-hardened method of consensus. POS is new, and we've seen so many. Yeah, no, that is very true. It does seem like almost everything running POS has seen a massive hiccup, and some hiccups a lot worse, where from hiccup to absolutely choking for a few days. Like what happened on, was it Cardano or Solano? I can't remember. I always get them mixed up for some reason. I don't know why I get them mixed up. I shouldn't. They're totally different. But one of them was down for a couple days. And imagine if that happened to Ethereum. Imagine Ethereum being offline for, even an hour would be huge. So imagine it being down for a couple days. Wow, the impacts would be absolutely insane, especially if we were on a bull run or something, or an NFT dropped and all of a sudden, boom, the chain's down. Like, whoa. Oh, another sneezing fit. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I gotta keep muting every once in a while. Auctioneer is a cool game and it's 50% off, like 13 euro. You should look at that game. Astroneer. Huh. Crazy. Oh, my nose is plugging right up. I don't know what is happening, guys. I have no idea. This is crazy. Wow, we haven't even been here for an hour. I feel like I've been here for 4 years. I'm just kidding. That's an exaggeration. What else? Oh yeah, let's take a look at this. There isn't really much to look at here, but where's a proper screen? You guys can't see any of this. Guess I'll have to use my big screen. I'm gonna have to make a new screen here. But AMD's RX 7000 series graphics cards with RDNA 3 GPUs confirmed to feature higher power consumption. Now we do know NVIDIA's are supposed to be higher. We expect AMD's to be higher, but AMD's 7000 series GPUs may be the most power hungry cards yet. Now, I don't know if they're referring to even versus NVIDIA using more power, or if they're referring to them as being their most power intensive cards for the AMD lines ever. So when I read these headlines, I look at this could mean one of two things. Now, I don't know if all these companies, if they give leaks and hints to each other, because it always seems like they always have the same numbers. Oh, we're 10% more. We're 15% more than this one or whatever, right? It's always the same percentages, which is kind of weird. Also, we see NVIDIA's huge power increases. They're using so much more power. Now we have AMD's huge power increases. Like, there's something going on there where they always seem to be doing the same things. Now, because they're trying to do like a big leap over the 3000s or their previous gen, 6000 for AMD, I really think that this next lineup, don't quote me on this, I don't know, but it's probably going to be a very inefficient lineup. They're trying to do good things. They're trying to come up with new stuff. They're trying to get a lot of performance and stuff. On a mining standpoint, we could probably be running into not very efficient cards here because they're trying to increase that. Now, once they figure out what's going on here, the problem maybe, a year or two down the road after this gen, when they're using close to the same technology, but they figured out how to tweak it, we may start seeing increase in efficiencies again. So I don't know. I'm really up in the air right now about this next gen coming out and how they're all supposed to be. Remember, this is full power gaming and stuff. It's going to be using so much power as miners. You tweak it down, you turn down your power limits, whatever. But regardless, these things are supposed to be monster power hungry. And I really think they're all trying to do something really big at once. And they're not really tweaking that power down. And so I think it's going to take another gen or two after these cards for them to actually start getting them more efficient. These things are probably illegal in California. Like, they will not be on any store shelf in California unless it's like a rundown BIOS modded, California version GPU being released. Like, I don't know. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. At the same time, if they do make some crazy BIOS that drops the power limits, but they get decent performance, everyone's probably going to be flashing their cards to the California version. The California version may be worth a lot of money because now it's probably better efficiency and hashing decently at less power cost. So that could be a thing too. I don't know. I have no idea. But I really think, all these headlines on the power consumptions are pretty insane when it comes to efficiency talks. It's weird. We're supposed to start getting more efficient with things. We're supposed to do this, greenhouse gases, yada, 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 burning too much power crisis. NVIDIA and AMD come out with the most power intensive cards yet. Instead of working on efficiency, they're working on power burners. This makes zero sense to me, but I don't know. We'll see. FPGAs are getting better. I think FPGAs will have a major comeback in the future. I have never played with one. A lot of people tell me they're a really big pain, but you know what? If it's a pain, but it's really profitable, I'm okay with that. I'm sure you guys are probably okay with that too. If you can get a nice, super efficient thing that can mine something profitably, I'm okay with that. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to look into an FPGA or two here and see what we can do, because that's one thing I have not really played with either yet. So yeah, I need to get my hands on some FPGA, guys. IveOS has new drivers for FPGAs. Really? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know. I have to look. I have no idea what to even look for. Like, what? You just Google FPGA and it comes up with FPGA stores and brands. Like, I have no idea on brands. I have no idea on anything. When it comes to FPGA, it's like, what's crypto mining? Day one here, guys. Like, how to mine crypto, FPGA. That's me when it comes to an FPGA. So yeah, I think it'd be fun, something to play around with. So I should see what I could do here. Squirrel? You got squirrels? What do you got to program it with? Acorns? Got to use your Acorn OS programming my squirrel FPGA. Oh, that'd be funny. Yes, I have been reading up on all the new stuff. Man, going to be a wild time. I know. I really think, like, there's so many different ways to mine crypto. There's so many other cryptos. I know GPUs have been the spotlight for a long time, but I really think we got to start opening up and looking into other ways to mine crypto. Like, GPUs might not be the go-to, at least for a few cycles. It could be a few cycles, and if you're unfamiliar with a cycle is 4 years. So a couple cycles, at least 8 years. That's with, the bull run coming into the bear market and everything, a complete cycle. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Ravencoin's top of is it really? What? Ravencoin's on the top of the profit list. Let's take a look at this. Here's a single 3070. Let's click on this. Bam. Ravencoin's up there, 49 cents. Conflux is at 51. Are they seeing a pump or something? 54. Ethereum's at 55, 86 before power. Oh yeah, it's 94. More power intensive. Interesting. It all depends on your GPUs as well. What's a 3060 looking like? Boom. $30.60. Oh yeah, I want to. Okay, where is my GPU test? Let's just where is it? Online Excel. I want to go back and have a peek here. GPU tests. Open Sesame. There we go. Blah blah. No, no thanks. Not buying. No plans. Buy. 3070 FE 57. 3060. That's a horrible one. All right. So let's look at the 3060. I just want to go, where's my F? So 47.6 at, this ain't the right one. Okay. There we go. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. So 47.6 at 112. Where is that? 47.47. 112. Calculate. F is at 41 now, but I want to see where's Flux. So we can see Flux, 10 cents after power, 44 before. Now where is this overclock? So Flux is actually getting 28.6 at 83 watts. So check this out, guys. Remember this, 10 cents based on what they're saying. And we're dropping a bunch of hash rate here, 36. But 36 at 28.6. 28.6. 28.6 at 83 watts. Now let's just run right back down here. Take a look at Flux again. So after power, 10 cents, 44 before. Calculated with the new ones. Where's Flux now? 15 cents. So look, we're making more. You're making more money after power than you are by dropping that. So here's a little thing how efficiency works. Kind of wanted to bring this here. So look, so we're at 15 cents. We were at 10 cents beforehand, but it was saying 36 hash rate. Now we're down to 28 hash rate, but I'm only using 83 watts. We made this thing super efficient, and we did test this in the live stream actually. So these are legit numbers. You guys seen it at the wall, at the watt meter. But look at how 83 watts on this 3060 increased 5 cents after power prices in terms of profitability. So efficiency does matter, guys. 8 more watts on that 3060 makes it 50 mega hash. Yeah, 8 more watts makes it 50 mega hash, and then your after power price, you'll drop down to maybe 8 cents per kilowatt hour. So different ways to look. Now, remember, that's at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. You'd be saving even more the higher your power cost. You could be in the negatives at like, say, 15 cents where you're still at least making 5-6 cents after power running at something like this. So, you know, it's not always about hash rate. Like Herbie Service, you said like 8 more watts, guys, you can get that up to 50 mega hash. It's not about the hash rate. That's kind of like the CPU mentality where a lot of people overclock at the 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 gigahertz at, you know, 1.15, 1.25 volts. Well, on XMR, for an example, you can get a 3900X hashing away at 15,300 hashes on XMR, but it's using like 240 watts doing it. Now, if you drop that down to 3.6, you may only be hashing at, say, 12,600 to 13,300, but you're only doing it at 109 watts, making it twice as efficient that it was overclocking it. And then the other argument, but you're getting so many more coins. Realistically, the hash rate looks nice, but you're not getting that much extra coins. You're definitely not getting enough coins to make up for the extra power usage. So, you know, tweak the cards when it comes to the peak efficiency, the highest hash to watt ratio. Now, if you're on 2 to 3 cents kilowatt hour, your power is free. Obviously, that's not going to affect you as someone with 10 cents, 12 cents, 16 cents, or even people in Europe up to 40 cents per kilowatt hour. But efficiency for most people at 10 cents or higher is definitely going to matter for you. CPU mining profitability. What is Neta? Oh, questions are flying in left, right. Let's take a look. Let's see what CPUs are looking like right now. Boom, loaded. So speaking of that, if you guys are unfamiliar with this website, it is RabidMining.com. And this is my website here. Here's the CPU calculator. I did talk to Stipulated Fat Cat, who is the dev of this section right here in the CPU profit calculator. It was about 3-4 days ago. Hopefully by, the middle of the week, end of next week, he will have the tabs in place and a few more coins added for you guys. But let's have a look here. So a 3900X, Random X, I think we're only sitting around 35-40 cents for profitability right now. But let's have a look. 12,600 I'm going to roll with there. Minotaur X about 16,000. Ghost Riders about 3,555. Kryptonite's about 1,200. Curve hash is, that's Pulsar, so that's since the upgrade 92,000. Varus hash is about 32 megabytes, mega hash. And Aragon is Turtle Coin, 16,000. So we calculate this. This is about an average 3900X. It looks like Raptorium is coming up in profitability at 41 cents right now before any type of power. So Raptorium's coming back. Bitorium's in second. We look like Yata Coin's at 31 cents. Monero's in 26 cents, so it's not the least profitable anymore. Pulsar is dropping by the looks of things. Hash rate move on there or something. I'm not sure. AVN, you're just crashing and burning. Turtle Coin is down to 15 cents. Now, remember, this is like pool mining and stuff. It doesn't mean, we looked at this the other day kind of with ETC and Ethereum and other different coins. Well, looking at this as pool mine. Now, if you were to potentially solo mine Turtle Coin, you may have a chance of picking up instead of 15 cents. If you get lucky with a bunch of blocks, you may come out on top and be over like 60, 70 cents here and beat out Raptorium or something. So there's different ways. This is just, a quick pool mining, guessing by difficulty rate and stuff, but there's still a lot of ways to get around profitability when mining crypto. So it does take a lot of testing, and solo mining is one of those things to make some things more profitable than other things. But it takes a lot of work. It's not just sitting there. You GPU miners are going to realize this moving up really soon, that as CPU miners, we mix around, we jump around, we check lots of things, solo mine, we test lots of stuff around. GPU mining, we buy a GPU, we point it at Ethereum, we leave it, and we hope to get a paycheck. That's pretty much how GPU mining has been for the past little while. But things are going to change. We're going to have to start moving your cards around. You're going to have to try different coins. You're going to have to be more active in order to keep the profitability up. And I think that brings more fun to crypto mining, but it doesn't, some people might not see it that way and find it more of a headache and then just give up anyway. But you know what? I think that's the way things are coming. You're going to definitely have to be swapping around, looking for projects you enjoy. Hopefully something will explode and whatever. Is it possible to solo mine RTM with a CPU? Yes, you can solo mine Raptorium. Where can you solo mine it currently? Let's find out. Let's go to mining pool stats. We'll find Raptorium. I'm not sure which pools all support it. Now, the best way to probably solo mine anything would just be to run your own node. Run your own node. Like, say for Ethereum, if you want to solo mine Ethereum, you want the best latency possible, would probably just run your own node and, solo mine that way. But there are pools that support it here. I just don't know. Wooly Pooly looks like they support Raptorium. Yeah, I didn't know that. They've been picking up some hash rate too. Wooly Pooly. Yeah, they added Raptorium here. So they do support solo mining for Raptorium by the looks of things. So you can utilize Wooly Pooly to solo mine that. So that's actually kind of cool. I might try that here sometime. Difficulty is coming down. Very interesting. Flock Pool's still here at 58%. Of course they are. XMR, Monero Oceans in second. We have another jjpool.eu. We got Coin Miners, their solo pool, Pro Hash. Oh, Pro Hashing has this too. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, guys, Pro Hashing supports Raptorium now as well. Wow, there's a lot of bigger pools getting into Raptorium, so that's actually kind of cool. What does that mean, guys? What does that mean? That means that's even more bullish when it comes to Raptorium's future. Oh, Yeah, wow, 4% though for FPPS, full pay per share. Craziness. Anyway, but yeah, there are options to solo mine Raptorium. Just come to Mining Pool Stats, look around, see if you can find some. But yeah, we have, looks like Pro Hashing as well as Wooly Pooly there support it. So that's cool. I might actually have to try that. That was very interesting. Hey everybody, been sleeping. Oh, Tech Man, what's going on? Sleeping in. It's Saturday, not Sunday. You getting some rest, heading over to the casino, huh? I'm just kidding. I'm bugging you. RabidMining, RPM using GPU. What? Using GPU. What do you mean? GPU on what? What are we referring to? Oh, GPU on Raptorium? Is that what you're referring to? You can use your GPUs on Raptorium. And once Ethereum is gone, you know, that might be something I'll test. I might try my GPUs on Raptorium. I might try my GPUs on AVN. Obviously, you know, the main coins on GPUs are going to be in the red. Pretty much every coin will be red. So we are going to have to look forward to no-name coins that people might not even think of. We're going to have to think outside the box if you want to keep your GPUs profitable. And obviously, we're going to be doing that and checking it out. But yeah, I'm going to try Raptorium and things on GPUs. Now, obviously, CPUs are more efficient than that, unless there's been some tweaks lately. I don't know. I haven't tried my GPUs on the Ghostwriter algorithm for quite some time now. So maybe Wild Rig there did get some tweaking done. I can't confirm, but we'll see. I did test GPUs on Raptorium a long time ago, like when it first released. So I don't know how it's been since. I don't remember what the numbers are. I just remember I was using a lot of power and my CPUs were out hashing my GPUs for sure. I know you did it for AVN. Yeah, I did do it for Raptorium. I just don't know where it would be. You know what? Let's Google it. GPU mining Raptorium. Like I didn't name it anything. Oh, there I am. Look at that, guys. I'm right there. GPU mining Raptorium, good or bad? I guess I did. Why is there farming? What is going on? Farming simulator. I don't know. But yeah, GPU mining Raptorium. So maybe I went through some numbers here. I don't remember. But it looks like I have a video on it. Oh, that was a while ago. Craziness. CPUs are much smarter than a GPU. They are. CPUs are so much smarter. Guys, think about it. Crypto. We wouldn't have crypto if it wasn't for a CPU. Seriously. Bitcoin. The whole thing started on a CPU. So that's very cool. Obviously, things transitioned in terms of efficiency, algorithm swaps, whatever. But that doesn't mean, like, I know we're talking about the next big coin might not be here yet for GPUs and stuff, but the same boat, there's a lot of things happening on CPU coins, and there's seems to be more and more coins being built on CPU. So I'm super bullish with CPU mining. I love my CPUs, honest. I really do. My CPUs are awesome. I love CPU mining. But yeah, I think that would be a good test. I should definitely try Raptorium, Ghostwriter in general, whether it's Raptorium, what is it, Bitorium. There's Urbis, which has been out for a month or two now, and it still has no exchange. I don't know what's going on with them, but they still have no exchange. I mined them for 1 day, and I said, nope, no more, no exchange. I'm waiting until they have an exchange because I at least want to know what it opens at before I mine my life away and not be able to pay for my power. But yeah. Yeah, now that I have my capture card and stuff, I've had it for a while, but I plan on going through more CPU stuff here in the future, like motherboard overclocking. Now that I can hook it up to my capture card, I can actually have a nice view of the BIOS and not use my camera and have all weird focus issues happening. But cool. There is no next Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, but yeah, I 100% agree with you right there, Chivalrous. There is no next Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin because there is no person behind it. Every other coin has development team, VCs, and many more. Yeah, Bitcoin is the industry, guys. It's the industry. And I kind of argue this to a lot of people. Like, you'll go around and I see, some people, where's the bottom? Has Ethereum hit the bottom yet? Has this hit the bottom? Is this going to go up? Is this going to go down? And my honest answer to all that is, who cares what the charts on that coin says? Because if Bitcoin's going up, it's going to go up. If Bitcoin's going down, whatever coin you're predicting is going to go down. Everything follows the Bitcoin market. So there's the odd time, like when everything was crashing, Chia actually did see a little spike in spike in price, which is good. But overall, you know, after a couple of days, it then starts to trend. Like it doesn't happen the same day, but as an overall market, you know, everything follows Bitcoin. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to predict what something else might do. You want to know what Bitcoin's doing before all these other coins. And other coins have the potential, you know, to see nice gains and drops, but the whole market, Bitcoin kind of decides. Bitcoin decides. That's, you know, I should make a shirt. That's gonna, that'll be a wicked merch shirt, don't you think? Have a big Bitcoin symbol and say Bitcoin decides or something like that. I don't know. I gotta, you know, it's gonna take some fine tuning, some trimming around there, but I think I'll be. There's a nice slogan I think coming out of there. Something that there, yeah. Bitcoin, keeping it real. Bitcoin, I'll decide, or you know, something like that. I think there's great potential here for a wicked merch shirt. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with this? I think there's potential here. We need help, guys. Join the Discord. I have a merch section. We gotta kind of tweak this idea here, and you know, make the merch before someone else does. Anyway. Hey all, beginner miner from Colombia here. Hey, welcome from Colombia. Awesome. How you doing? How's it going in Colombia? What is your power price in Colombia? That's probably all we care about. You know, what's your power price where you're from? Because everywhere in the world's different. So I'm curious. How's your power price? Everyone out there, say hello to Sebastian Vergas. He's a new miner, beginner guy. Everyone help him out. You agree, Red Butts? Okay, what do we got here? What's up? Keeping it real. Yeah, always. Yeah, no SC senior Red Butts. Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all the ships. Yes, it does. I agree. Bitcoin is top dog, and it always will be. Those people that say Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin, yada, yada, yada. I can't see that happening ever, at all. Getting used to all this craziness. Yeah. Craziness is definitely the words here going on. Dual mining ETH plus a lithium or ETH, which is better? I tried a lithium. Personally, the extra power, I don't think it's worth it. It all depends. If you have a straight, if you know what your power is, like say you're paying X amount of cents and it stays at that, then you might be okay. But myself, because I'm locked in legitly at only 6.5 cents to the power company. We're fixed rate, 5-year contract, locked in, good to go. But I have third-party fees here. I have distribution charges. I have transmission charges and like delivery charges. And those added up cost more than my power bill. And when you add all that up together, you take my kilowatt hours to the amount I owe, I'm at like 16.7 cents per kilowatt hour. And I'm locked in at 6.5 cents. That's insane. I get ripped off here. Because I live in the country, I can't change any of my delivery providers or anything. It's only the one company that does this. So they just do their thing and they charge you whatever they want. So yeah, I'm locked in. So personally myself, and the more power I use, you know, they charge, you know, X amount per kilowatt hour on top of that. And then they charge more. So if I use more power, I could end up paying more per kilowatt hour. And if I use less, I pay less per kilowatt hour based on those other 3 fees that are coming in. So dual mining for me isn't worth it. Maybe I make an extra 10 cents and it does cover the extra couple watts that it uses. But in theory, if I put every GPU on it, that may increase my power price by an additional 1 to 2 cents per kilowatt hour. And then I will be losing as a whole on my whole farm. So it makes 0 sense for me to dual mine. There's a lot of different things you got to look into because everyone is, you know, charged different on their power price. So, you know, I could come out with a video because for me, say example, I have a fixed rate. I'm at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. You know, I spend 5,000 kilowatt hours. I work out the price. That works to 10 cents per kilowatt hour. That's what I pay. All right. I'm dual mining. I'm making more money. This is awesome. It's great. I make a video. People go out there and do it. Next thing you know, oh, well, I'm not making as much or this is happening. So you got to cater to everyone. And I'm telling you the way my power works is for me to dual mine, it makes no sense. I will lose money if I dual mine, even though you are getting that extra profit. So for me, I don't do it. For you, maybe you can. That cat meme, you said F2. No, I said F to 0. That was funny. That cat meme. What cat meme? What did I miss? Did I miss something? That cat meme, you said F 2.0. No, I said F to 0. That I missed it. I missed something. What's going on? Okay, I guess it's the same algorithm as RTM. Yeah, Ghost Rider. Which coin BitTorium, Urbis, all these other coins forked kind of from Raptorium, they all utilize the Ghostwriter algorithm. And all these coins that are forking and utilizing that, they also got their own smart nodes and, you know, other. It's pretty much exactly the same, but a different name. Weekend, you said what? Okay, what you haven't seen the meme? It's hilarious. I don't think I've seen that meme. It sounds funny, like I can picture it, but yeah, I don't think I've seen it. What do we got going on here? I'm gonna scroll up, see if I missed anything from anybody. I think we're caught. Oh wait, I am still making $40 per week from your 11 CPUs from that same coin I told you about a few weeks ago. Oh crap! Fully electric. You're gonna have to message me again because I totally forgot which one it was, and I still have to try it. Oh my gosh! But yeah, I know you were mining some coin. I keep forgetting about it. What is it? Oh. But that's sweet though. That's sweet that it's profitable and stuff. So that's awesome. Trying to think now. What the heck was the name of that coin? I don't know. You're gonna have to DM me later and I'll look into that coin. I don't remember what the heck it was. That's cool. Fail 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Yeah, that's my counting skills right there. 1, 2. Oh, I didn't even read it right. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the poll. See where we're looking at here. We got 40% Ergo, 21% Flux, 12% Raven, and 27% will take everything combined. Awesome. So look, yeah, there's a lot of you Ergo lovers out there. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I love Ergo because it uses less power, that's less heat. If it pumps, you know, that's absolutely insane because obviously we want to use less power. But it just sucks if you're running AMD GPUs because, you know, they're kind of hindered after Ethereum. But they're good for Raven though. Don't get me wrong there. All right, so I'm going to end this poll. We're going to get to the results. Awesome. So yeah, I was actually surprised. I really thought a lot of you guys would have Flux to the moon on that, but it doesn't. It looks like Flux is slowly losing support. Ergo lovers. Oh, it's raining over here too, but the sun is shining. Craziness. Marcus Arwell, Raven or Ergo after F2, which is more profitable? You cannot look. Okay, which is more profitable? Well, right now on a 3060, looks like Ravencoin is more profitable. What's Ergo 28? I don't have the proper numbers in for that for there yet though, but we can't look. One thing a lot of people are mistaken, they're looking at this chart and you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to move to this. Look at, oh, I'm going to move to that. I'm going to do that. That's as close. Oh, this is only like 5-cent difference. It's still going to be good. Looking at this chart today, while Ethereum and all the hash rate is still there, makes 0 sense. This is not going to show you anything of what it will look like after Ethereum. Now, my honest opinion of what to mine will look like after Ethereum on GPUs, well, if we take off ETH, actually, well, there's other ETH hash coins. So we have to keep that on technically. So if we take Ethereum and we just remove it. So we're pretending it is no longer here anymore. No more Ethereum. So now I think from the top, you know, I don't even know. We're hitting the, where do we hit the negatives right here? I don't know. I think we're going to be, if a coin is profitable, it's probably going to be something down here that is no one knows about. Like maybe, oh, Flux is down here, so maybe it'll be at the top. No, Flux is a main coin. Maybe it'll be something like Etho, Vertcoin, you know, Metaverse, you know, it might be something like this that's in the top because all the talk is on Conflux, on Ravencoin, on, you know, Eternity, Ergo, Ethereum Classic. This is what we're all talking about of being a potential next go-to. All this hash rate is going to come off Ethereum. Everyone's going to flood those coins, and any of the named coins are going to be in the red for a long time until GPU miners quit. It really, realistically, the future of mining profitability will come down to probably how many of you miners will quit, because that's honestly what it's going to take for GPUs to be profitable is miners quitting mining, to drop the difficulty, because there's so much hash rate, so much difficulty come in. This is all most likely going to be negatives. There's not going to be a profitable coin listed here. Now, that doesn't mean there's not going to be a profitable coin. There's coins that are not listed on here that most people don't know about There's coins that are hidden in the background that are probably going to be profitable because, like I just said, a lot of you don't know about them. And you can mine no name, no difficulty coins and remain profitable because of it. But if you're coming to what to mine, you're fighting with everybody that's still trying to mine. And I really think this is all going to be in the negatives. 100%. This is all negatives coming into it, unless it's, you know, some no-name coin. But at that point in time, the no-name coin that might be worth, like, let's see, like I said here, Ethos. Right now it's at the bottom, making 5 cents after power. So obviously if everyone's on all the other coins, Ethos is going to be at the top as the most profitable, and then people will move to that, and then it will become unprofitable. So can I see where I'm going here? There's not going to really be anything that's profitable on what to mine unless they start listing a lot of those no-name coins, or the bottom line will come down to miners quitting. I really think that's what's going to save everybody, is miners quitting. As bad as that sounds, that's probably the facts. That's just what I think, though. Anyway, yeah. So, like, the end of Ethereum mining, my honest opinion, is going to be worse than any crypto winter. And it's only going to affect GPUs because, you know, CPUs, Chia mining, all that. Ethereum doesn't affect that. The hash rate of Ethereum and GPUs don't affect these other ways to mine. KDA, KD boxes, you know, all these things will still be fine because who cares? A GPU can't mine that stuff. So you're good over there. So it might be time to look into other ways. Fully Electronic was saying, you know, FPGAs and, you know, things that, yeah, that may be a thing too. I've never played with one, but I think I definitely want to start trying one, because we do have to look into alternative methods to mine crypto because things are changing. No, it won't be. All will be fine. Okay, everything's going to be all good. Rud Putt said everything's all good, guys. So don't worry. ROI 1 month is coming soon. Does that put a smile on everyone's face? Everyone happy now? How do you feel about Furo, especially after reward change? Yeah, that really shocked me, actually. Furo, now, last I heard, like, I remember Voscoin. Some of you guys like Voscoin, some of you don't, but he had a great video on, I can't remember what it's called. How can we fix crypto mining or something? I don't even know. Where is it? I'm going to find it for you guys here. Can we fix crypto mining? I don't know where it is. Videos. Man, I don't know where it is. Can we fix crypto mining? Vosk. Proof of work. Oh, right here. You guys can't even see that. So it's this video right here. Proof of work needs to fix this problem. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, he does. He has the Ogata girl, and he had the Furo guy in there. So I watched it, and it was very interesting, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, it's pretty much same thing I tried telling you guys. But he had those two on here, the Furo guy and Ogata girl, and they were talking about this and hardware, and, you know, how ASICs, there really weren't that many, and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, Furo guy said he was probably going to wait, because originally they did the vote and everything, and they wanted to remove most of the mining rewards and put it to the staker side, because they feel that the stakers were really helping the network over the miners, and in the past they got lots of attacks. But then in that interview and stuff, he said he was probably going to wait until Ethereum moves away. That way, he was wanting to see where the hash rate went. Maybe Furo could pick up a bunch more GPUs because of it. And, you know, and then maintain the security that way from the miners leaving Ethereum. So I thought, you know, maybe that's what's going to happen. I never paid attention to Furo. Then all of a sudden, the past couple of weeks, everyone's asking me about Furo. What do you think about them switching the rewards? And I was like, oh, I thought he was going to wait and all this stuff. And now it looks like they didn't wait, and they took all the miners' rewards. So how do I feel about that as a miner? It's obviously, that's not a good thing to do. That's one less coin that miners are going to want to go to. That's one more coin that it really has to pump higher. Hardly any miners on the network to even be profitable. So they're losing miners. So they may as well, at that point, honestly, they may as well go full POS. Like, if you want to do that and just trickle in, you know, a few miners, whatever, they're probably just mining themselves. Maybe they're the only ones left on there. But I don't know. But yeah, they may as well just go POS at this point if they take that much. Because what are miners getting now? Like 10%? I don't even know what, 10 to 15%. And when it used to be like 60 or 70%, and now they swapped that around to the stakers are getting 60 to 70%. Now the miners are getting whatever the stakers were getting before. And so it's insane. So as staking, you know, hardly any power being used, whatever, you got to run your node, do your thing, but now they're getting a huge amount of rewards. That's probably going to be more of a, you're probably making more actually staking Furo than you will be on Ethereum network, because if they're getting the block rewards from miners while staking, you got to look into that. That's actually a very interesting concept. Thinking about it profitability wise, you're probably better off with Furo though as a staker and a POS side than you are with Ethereum. But again, I don't know. 50%. It's only 50%. I thought it was more. Okay. I thought they were swapping like literally right around. Miners are going to get what the stakers got and stakers are going to get what the miners got. Maybe they didn't do that. I should probably look into it before I start talking. But I just know what their original game plan was, and they probably, maybe they did some more tweaking ever since. Miner reward dropped from 50 to 25. So they're getting 25%. Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. They really don't like it. Getting rid of the miners, guys. A lot of these coins are just dropping miners like flies. Crazy. I don't know. I don't like it. I thought it was a bad decision on their end, but you know what? That's their coin. They can do what they want. So there's nothing we can really do about that. That's correct. After that interview, I went and set up a Furo node. Oh, really? Huh. Interesting. Very cool. Yeah, I know iNodes, they're running Furo operations now, and because of Furo is why they swapped their whole, even their Raptorium node system out. It's not bad though. You're getting your daily rewards now instead of twice a week. So I got to add it all up. It looks like it was fairly close, but I do think we're losing a bit. But at the same time, as more nodes go online, then you may potentially, you lose a little bit of profits there as well. So I don't know how many more nodes are online and whatnot, but eventually the nodes will max. They're getting pretty close to being maxed on nodes in RTM. I don't know what happens at that point. I'm assuming once all the nodes are filled and made, you can't stake anymore at that point. So that'll be interesting. Very, very, I think. Why does Furo exist? What problem does it solve? And why should a user care for their service? Serious consideration for us, and where and how invest our hash power? Honest answer to that, I have no idea. Seriously, I don't know. Personally myself, I don't really look into too many blockchains very often. I usually just try coins out and see what's profitable, and I usually move my hash rate to whatever is profitable. That's all. As a miner myself, I'm not a blockchain superiorist and care about what they're doing. Myself personally, I usually just mine whatever's profitable. I'm one of those guys that the Furo guys hate. They move to wherever's profit is, and that's how most miners are. They go to where the profit is. So if a coin is paying out the most of the miners, obviously the miners are going to want to go to it, and that's what I consider myself. I'm a profit seeker. That's me. As for chains and what they do, I don't really, I think it's bad to say I don't care, but realistically, I guess I really don't. But I do look into a few things inside, and if something does really excite me, then I will support it, and a little bit of hash here and there and stuff. But overall, obviously I'm looking for what pays the most. Come on, guys, one more like, and it's at hey, usually we hit the 69 button. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Come on, smash it, smash it, smash it. Cooking with RabidMining. Seeker or gold digger? I'm a little bit of both. I'm a seeking to find the gold, and then I dig it up. There, we hit it. We hit the number you guys wanted to hit. Oh, crazy. And they said, what? Chump and team released a vid with DJ Mines and Elect Talk Max about Fear, and they said only the node folks was there to vote and no miners came to vote. Yeah, I don't know. Probably because they posted on their website or something. Obviously, as a node staker, you got to be checking the website and everything all the time, because if there's an update, you got to update your stuff or your node goes down. You got to stay up to date as a node operator. As a miner, you don't really got to do that. So you don't check what's going on all that. So it makes sense that maybe miners didn't show up because they're mining, and you don't got to check what's going on all the time. As a node operator, you pretty much got to stay in the loop constantly and be up to date on what's happening on a chain that you're supporting, because then your node might not be working one day because you're like, oh, what happened? So that could be one reason why, but yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Like, again, it requires following blockchains and stuff. And as a lot of miners, you probably don't do that. Like, seriously, ask yourself, what are you mining right now? And have you gone there? Have you gone to whatever you're mining every day or even every second day to see what's coming, what new updates are coming? Can you honestly say you do that? Probably not. So, RabidMining, you're a true miner. You mine toward the gold. For sure, I do. And I'm always testing stuff to try and find that gold. Yeah. 70 is better because it's 69 plus 1. Well, we're at 72 now, so that's better because that's 70 plus 2 or 69 plus 3. Anyway, so if there are no more questions, I guess we will begin wrapping this one up. What we got here? Keith Betts. True, like Flux node update I saw in the Flux Discord, and so about to upgrade it to the next update or fall back in ranking. So always keep an eye on it. See, yeah, when you're running a node, you need to stay up to date with stuff, which makes sense that obviously nodes, more node operators would be there to vote because they're always staying up to date. As a miner, you're not checking the chain every day and realizing, oh, is there an upgrade? Is there a fork coming? Is this happening? Or whatever. So a miner doesn't have to pay attention. It's a lot less work to be a miner than it is to be a node operator in terms of crypto and everything. But yeah. Anyway, so I guess we're going to sum this up. We're going to wrap this live stream up here. Thank you and appreciate everyone for showing up. Link and the gaming channel is in the description below, so be sure to check them out. And maybe I'll go live later today. We'll see what happens. Hit some more Ark Survival Evolved. There is a new map. It looks amazing, so stay tuned for that. But thank you for coming, everyone. I will see you all on the next one.
Rabid out.